On the streets, my brother's dying, and I hear the mothers crying, crying out, and the way that things are going.
I want to welcome you and to say we are happy that this conference did take place here. My job is very easy this morning because mine is just to be able to take you through a small journey on what we have done as a small group of farmers in starting a very, very small initiative of creating a local market. Now, I just want to talk about my group. My group is called AINOGOF. AINOGOF means Innovative Organic Group of Farms, and this innovative group of farms is open to Kenyans from all the counties. But we are small, I need to tell you that. And also, at the same time, we only deal with farmers who are trained in organic farming practices. And so all the farmers that are in the group, the AINOGOF, they are trained. The group was founded late in 2014. And actually, the people who have presented before me have talked about PGS. We operate under the Participatory Guarantee System, which is a system that helps farmers to come together and to be able to get a subsidized certification, because to get third-party certification is expensive for small-scale holders. And so with the support of the local body, COAN, we've been able to get farmers certified once they are in the group. Thirdly, members are not prohibited from doing their own things. Outside the group, you can go for third-party certification and you can do export if you so desire. But so far, we don't have a farmer who is exporting. But we do have farmers who went, in some years back, they went for third-party certification. So, what was the starting point? Unfortunately, our starting point was not in trade. We did not come together because of trade. We came together because we were concerned about the health of our families. We were friends, so it's a cohesive group. It's a very tight-bound group. So we came together because we were concerned because of health issues. Out of experience, some of us had gone through negative experiences, either with cancer, with diabetes, with hypertension, or our family members. So really, the way it was founded, it was not founded to sell in the market. But then soon, once we came together, we said, okay, our objective is to provide safe food for our families. But then, how are we going to do it? Not one person can be able to satisfy or be able to get a family basket that is complete. You can't. But if we come together as a group, we'll be able to produce different things, and then we can come together and exchange. So that's how the group was founded. That is how it was started, basically and primarily for our own families. Then what happened? We identified that we had a need. We were not trained in organic farming practices. So we decided we need to address the need first, to go ahead and look for trainers who would help us out in addressing the need to understand and know about organic farming practices. So I just want to say that, sorry, you can see a group of farmers. That is how we came together as friends, and we started visiting one another. And then on the right is one of our youngest farmers. He's called Kimani, very, very, very good farmer. And we have the age bracket. We have farmers who are as young as 23. Our oldest farmer is about 75 years old. Okay, we went into training. We have 3 trainers in the group. We decided to have in-house training. So we actually invited certified trainers to join our group so that they were in-house. And with those trainers, we have been able to hold about 7 trainings. And we have had about 40 farmers trained. When the farmers are trained, they don't have to join our group. They can go do their own farming and they can produce their own food. But also they are open to joining the group. And you know, when you train together, you are able to maintain the standards as a group. But if people are trained by different groups, you cannot ascertain what they go through. So that is, and then we also have in the training, we don't only go through practices, we also have coaching, in-house coaching. Some people are very good in some areas, and then we look also for external trainers. We have gaps, we are not good in everything, so we have people like in input, like you can see in that photograph, we have people coming, and then we are also looking for partnerships. We are not good in some areas like customer care. We are not good in marketing. So we are also going to link up with education institutions that really excel in these areas, and they can provide us with these services. Our first market actually was between ourselves. We decided to exchange food. That is a group that has just completed the training, and then we come with the foods during trainings and during meetings. That's when we created the first market. First we did barter trade, but later we did buying from each other. But we were faced with a challenge. We had produced more than we could consume. There was excess production. So how are we going to do, what were we going to do with that? And that's when the idea was born. Can we try to sell to other people who are interested in buying organic food? That's how we started the organic market. That is our market. It is very small, but it serves the people. So how do we go about selling? We go about selling really by doing, it is direct. It is farmer to consumer, but then in a static location, aggregated location, that's where we go. So we talk directly to the consumers. Initially when we started, it was difficult, and we had our families who were the first buyers, then our friends. Then after that, our families and our friends would introduce their friends. And so that's how now it started growing. And then, you know, the circle gets bigger and bigger. And then we started asking ourselves, how can we engage the electronic media to help us expand our market? And so we have opened a WhatsApp platform where every Friday we post the produce of what will be available on Saturday. We have markets on Saturday. They run for a very few hours from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So if you do come to a market at 2 p.m., you will find it closed and you will not buy anything. So we have about, on that platform, we have 125 members who have joined. On a daily market, static market, we usually have about 25 to 30 consumers who walk in. And so how do we handle the buyers? Usually when we post the produce on the platform, people make orders. And then you can see the basket, and then we put their orders in the basket. So it's easy for them to come and pick. They don't spend a lot of time in the market. And then we only have them paying to one person. And then the farmers are paid the following Saturday by the farmer who collects the money. So we do not promote in the market. The farmer just goes and points to what they want, or from the platform they decide what they want. We also have, we are promoting value-added products. So that is the other thing we are also doing. And one thing that I should not forget is we also do have deliveries. They are limited. And the consumer pays for the delivery. We have Uber. We are able to engage Uber. We are able to engage motorbikes. And we are also able to engage taxis. But the consumer pays for that delivery. Quality control, somebody mentioned, that is an issue. So how do we deal with quality control? So we do peer supervision. Once a year, and that is going to be next week, every June, we organize peer supervision for quality control. Every farmer is trained on how to supervise each other. And we have standards, we have tools that we use to do quality, supervision. It's like policing one another. So we go out, we have the technical trainers, they go out with a number of farmers and they do the evaluation, and the report is written for each and every farmer. And gaps are identified, and that farmer is supposed to start addressing those gaps. Now there's a question, do we ever find farmers who violate the standards? The answer is yes, there are not many, but what do we do with them? We actually suspend a farmer. If they are found to be practicing something that is not acceptable and it is gross, we do suspend. We have not expelled anyone yet, but we have suspended. What else do? We use feedback. Yeah, thank you. We use feedback mechanisms from the consumers. That is also the other thing that we do. And if a consumer is not happy with something, we address it during our meetings. If they are happy with something, again, we improve on that area. So that is the other thing that we do. And the other way we maintain our quality control is we actually also do head hunting of people of integrity. You know, people can cut corners, so we really do head hunting. When we are training, we actually observe the people who are being trained. We are going to have a training on the week of July the 8th to 11th. As we are training, we have about 15 farmers to be trained. As we are training, you observe people and you start learning. These people I can trust, and you're able to pick out on people who are good in communities, people who can tell you they are very well informed, who cuts corners and who does not cut corners. And then we're able to support those people or pick them and really welcome them. We're in particular encouraging the youth to join us because we will give the stakeholders to them. All right. Opportunities, and this really is one of my last ones. And do we have a lot of opportunity? One, we can grow this market. How can we grow this market? By increasing the production. How do we increase the production? By increasing the training. But then, how do we enlarge the market? We need to do more marketing. How do we do the marketing? By partnering with people like Taskies, by even doing more promotions. But amazingly, word of mouth, because of the trust, is the greatest tool to use in our marketing. So we have a great opportunity, but the other area of great opportunity is creating an effective delivery system. We have a gap in that area, we can do better. The other area where we could even improve is credibility. How do we get to be credible? If we have scientific ways of proving to people that the food is safe, we have a challenge. And I'm talking to everyone here. The challenge is the credible way of testing for food, other than doing peer supervision, is by lab testing, SGS, of the chemical residue. It is expensive for the farmers. One sample is 20,000 Kenya shillings. That's about $200 US. I mean, it's hard to get that. So we need to have systems that are subsidizing these tests. Even if they are conducted randomly once a year or twice a year, we need to have this to be able to talk with confidence that actually we are providing what is good. Then the other area is traceability. We've started a system of traceability. We've given codes to each farmer, but we need to do better in being able to track a product back to the farmer. Right now, farmers can be able to tell this product is from so and so, but we need to improve on the issue of being able to trace a product so that we can challenge every farmer, that we can track you right to your farm, and so you need to sign up. So the other area that we want to work on is, thank you, I think I'm just about to finish. The other area that we want to work on is working on schedules because of production. We have a gap during dry seasons, we run out of produce. That is key for our consumers. And so we are working with Cowan to help us with planning out on planting schedules and how to use the little water that we have. And with that, I think I come to the end. I am not able to give you everything, but I really want to say thank you for the opportunity that we've been granted just to share with you our story. Thank you very much.